This is a very special place. This is where they make candy. Candy. Would life be the same without it? Without all those different kinds, all those colors, all those shapes, all those flavors and textures? How do they make them all? Just how does Luden's make so many different kinds of candy? It starts simply enough. Just pure corn syrup, sugar, and flavors, all mixed, cooked, and poured. Then shaped into big chunks, which go through special machines that form the bite-sized delicacies and bars and cough drops and all the candies we love. It's an ancient art, some say around 4,000 years old. We do know that medieval physicians coated their bitter medicines with sweet-tasting nectars, honey, and carob. And there are antique pictures of European confectioners and the fancy sweetmeats they made. And who knows when the first piece of raw sugar cane was chewed by some adventurous youngster. Then there was a thing called chocolate, which is a highlight in the story of the world's tremendous desire for sweets. All that ancient art led to modern candy making. Candy was the stuff of dreams for a young man of Reading, Pennsylvania. In the year 1881, William H. Luden, with 6 long years' experience as an apprentice candy maker, turned his mother's 5-by-6-foot kitchen into his first factory. 30 pounds of sugar, his first raw material. Moji, his first product, a traditional favorite. A basket carried under his arm, his first delivery system. One by one, local storekeepers ordered more and more of Mr. Luden's candies. He hired an assistant and enlarged the kitchen until he took to horse and wagon to maintain delivery schedules. The spirit and drive of William Luden reflected the spirit of a growing Reading, and of the whole country too. Even as he built success upon success in the candy-making craft, he was part of a nation of inventors, builders, people of vision and people of artistry. The powerful energy of hard-working dedication to a dream is part of the Luden story, just as it is part of all American history. Even as William Luden first applied new ideas and new methods to his cough drops and sweetmeats, science, technology, and art were gaining momentum in America's lifestyle. Yet that lifestyle never lost its taste for fine quality sweets. In the Ludens of today, where the factory covers 8 acres instead of Mrs. Luden's 5-by-6-foot kitchen, where millions of pounds of raw materials replace the 30 pounds of sugar that started it all, the dedication to quality is part of the ancient candy-making art. Candy-making, the art that pleases everyone. It's all a matter of craftsmanship and quality. How to mix, pull and form the masses and strands.
Now, in the hard candies, your basic ingredients are sugar, corn syrup, color, and flavor. From all those fruit flavors to root beer and the like. We pull the taffy on those mechanical hooks, so the air is moving right into the batch. You know, it's the aeration that makes this kind of candy so much more tender than clear candy.
fancy Christmas hard candy is really an art. It takes a craftsman to make all these stripes and to weave the different types of flavors and colors into the piece.
Today, some of the old candies just can't be made for the marketplace because they cost the customer too much. Those pretty pictures like a flower or a house or a tree or a flag, we have the people with those old-time skills, but it's sad we don't have the time.
To most of the world, the name Luden's is associated with cough drops. Ever since William Luden revolutionized the image by introducing amber cough drops, that association has been strong. And since those early days, quality has been maintained to the highest laboratory standards. From this cooking kettle and others like it, the basic blend of ingredients heated into a homogeneous mixture flows into a vessel that cooks it under vacuum at 300 degrees Fahrenheit. After weighing, the cooked mass goes to an automatic mixer, where the medicated cough drop flavors are added. Cough drops in menthol, honey licorice, wild cherry, honey lemon, and eucalyptus with menthol, all meeting federal standards. Packaged and wrapped under strict hygienic control by incredibly precise machines that speed some 37,000 packs of cough drops an hour to the distribution center. And from here, food and drug counters around the world to help relieve coughs while adding pleasant flavors to the palate.
Well, the Fifth Avenue bar started back in 1936 when Luden's decided that they wanted a bar besides all the candies they were already making. And it always was and still is a hand-making process. It's the best way to make that honeycomb center, which is a peanut butter crunch. It's a rigorous process that calls for candy makers with the strength and the knack. There are 486 layers in the spun sugar honeycomb tapping filled with peanut butter. Oh, we once built special machinery to do it, and it was successful, but the management scrapped the machinery anyway because we still wanted the Fifth Avenue bar to look and taste and actually feel like the original, which is almost completely a handmade bar today. fresh Virginia roasted peanuts in the peanut butter, and for the top, we use fresh roasted California almonds. Even though we put machinery in to replace the almonds, we still depend on people to follow up and position those almonds by hand when necessary. For the coating, we apply our own make of rich, high milk content milk chocolate. And there is the bar that's got almost half a century of popularity behind it.
The chocolate-making cycle, a world of chocolate, milk, and sugar.
We modernized the original process only after we were positively sure about the quality of the chocolate liquor as our base. For more than 90 years, you know, our chocolate was made from cocoa beans we bought, roasted, and processed right here in the Luden's plant. So now the milk chocolate, the coating chocolate, and the dark chocolate we make here, it's all the exact same high quality we built our name on. From the first days when Mr. Luden developed his chocolate making process.
You might say that our hollow chocolate line is equal to any of the finest art or the finest engineering anywhere in the world. This is critically controlled, from the quality of the chocolate itself to the temperature and the pouring and cooling in those German silver molds. There are 72 molds, and program strips control the exact sequence of operations. The molds are rotated slowly to coat the inside thoroughly, then cooled at a precise temperature, and the chocolate bunny or Santa or Easter egg is removed and decorated and stored, again at an exactly controlled temperature.
chocolate in its many, many variations enrobes one of the choice morsels in the world of candy, Melow Mints. Born in a candy kitchen so many years ago, now manufactured under the strict eyes of craftsmen guarding their reputation for smooth, minty flavor, unmatched in the world of candy making.
Essentially, to make a cream center, you take corn syrup, water, and sugar, boil it to about 242 degrees. After it's been boiled to that degree, it needs to be beaten, just like you would make fudge in your own kitchen. You beat it until it grains off and can be formed into some sort of shape.
The Mogul, a complicated machine with a very soft touch. The Mogul does everything from molding and placing new candies into trays to removing candy from the trays. It makes possible the production of 14,000 pounds of Melow Mints every 8 hours. Candy, from sugar, corn syrup, water, coloring, and other pure ingredients. 100 different textures, tastes, and delights. The sugar jellies with their special magic, pressure cooked, then shaped for familiar specialty candies. And those bite-sized morsels in all colors of the rainbow. Jelly eggs. Ever wonder how they make them? Here's how they make them. Cordial cherries, a marvelous mystery ages old. That liquid center held inside a shell of dark chocolate. Marshmallows, Bars, hollow chocolates, creams, Melow Mints, cordial cherries, jellies, the coated specialties, the wrinkles, the super nuts. A world of sweet, cheery flavor, a world of fun, a world of the candy maker's art. But a world where another art shares top priority: quality control.
There was always quality control in this company. I'm told how Mr. Luden drove so hard to produce crystal clear candies, free of grain or any flavoring particles. Now we use extremely sensitive, accurate instruments for the finest, most exact control over flavor, vitamin C content, formulas, and every other aspect of quality candy making. That's how we're sure of what goes into our Luden's packages.
Candy. Here at Luden's, it's an infinite world, all based on sugar, corn syrup, flavors, and one of the most joyful of all the arts. We're proud of this company, its history, its leadership, its reputation for quality. But the thing we're most proud of here at Luden's is not a thing at all. It's our people. We're all glad that you've joined us in the celebration of our 100th anniversary.